My name is Ronnie. I was born in a small village in India. My family was very poor. We lived in a small hut made of mud and wood. When it rained, water came inside. We had no fan, no bed, and sometimes not even enough food. My father worked in the fields, and my mother stayed at home with my younger brother and me. My mother was not a bad person, but she was tired of poverty, tired of hunger, tired of crying. She was only 30, but her eyes looked like she had lived 100 years. Every day, she sat near the fire and cooked rice. That was all we had most days, rice and salt. No vegetables, no meat. One day, a rich woman came to our village. Her clothes were bright and clean. She had gold rings on her fingers and shiny sandals on her feet. She came in a big car. Everyone in the village came out to see her. I stood behind my mother and held her hand. The woman talked to the village head. Then she came to our house. My mother welcomed her and gave her water. The woman smiled at me. "What's your name?" she asked. "Ronnie," I said. "Do you want to go to the city?" I looked at my mother. She didn't say anything. "You will have a big bed," the woman said. "You will eat good food. You will go to school. You will have a new life." My eyes grew wide. A new life. Good food. A big bed. It sounded like a dream. I was only 9 years old. That night, my mother didn't eat. She just sat quietly. I asked her, "Ma, who is that woman?" "She is from the city," my mother said. "She helps families like us. Is she going to help us?" My mother looked at me for a long time. Then she turned her face and said, "Yes, she will help us." The next morning, the woman came again. She gave my mother a big envelope. My mother opened it. There was money inside. More money than I had ever seen. Then she looked at me. Her eyes were full of water. "Go with her," she said. "You will live better there." I didn't understand. I thought I was going for a short visit. I hugged my mother and brother. My father was not home. I wanted to say goodbye to him, but my mother said there was no time. The car moved fast. The roads changed. Mud roads became black roads. Trees disappeared. Big buildings came. Noise, lights, people everywhere. The woman took me to a big house. There were many girls there, some older than me, some younger. They looked at me with sad eyes. The woman said, "This is your new home. You will work here, clean, cook, wash." I was shocked. "But you said school. You said bed." She laughed. "You're not a queen, little girl. You belong to me now." That night, I cried. I called for my mother in my sleep, but she didn't come. No one came. I worked every day, from morning to night. I cleaned the floors. I washed clothes. I carried heavy water buckets. If I made a mistake, they beat me. I was not Ronnie anymore. I was just girl. Years passed. I forgot how to smile. I forgot how to dream. But I remembered my mother. I remembered her eyes. That moment she looked at me, there was pain, there was shame, and love. One night, I sat near the window. I looked at the moon. It was full and bright. I thought, if my mother sold me, did she love me? And something inside me said, yes, she loved me. She had no choice. That money fed my brother. That money saved my family. But I also knew it was wrong. A child is not something to sell. I decided to escape. I waited for the right day. When the woman was away, I ran. I didn't stop. I asked people for help. A kind man took me to the police. The police listened to my story. They sent me to a safe home. There were beds, food, and kind people. I went to school for the first time. I learned to read and write. I learned to speak English. Years later, I stood on a stage. I gave a speech. I told my story. People cried. People clapped. A woman in the crowd came to me. She said, "My name is Maya. I work for girls like you. Come work with us." Now I help other girls. Girls who were sold, forgotten, lost. I tell them, you are not weak. You are not dirty. You are not less. You are brave. You are strong. You are free. I went back to my village once. I saw my mother. She was older now. Her hair was white. Her eyes still full of tears. We didn't speak at first, just looked at each other. Then she held my hand and said, "Forgive me." I cried. I hugged her. "I already have," I said. Because love is not perfect, and sometimes people make wrong choices for the right reasons. But love also gives us the strength to forgive, and that is how I found my voice. That is how I became Ronnie again, not just in name, but in heart. Vocabulary list. Hut. A very small, simple house. Poverty. Being very poor. Having no money or resources. Envelope. A paper cover used to hold letters or money. Shocked. Very surprised or upset. Beat. Verb. To hit someone hard, usually as punishment. Escape. To run away from a bad place or situation. Stage. A platform where people stand to speak or perform. Speech. A talk given to many people. Forgive. To stop being angry at someone who hurt you. Strength. Power to do something hard or difficult.